Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to talk about some upcoming PlayStation 5 news, and the release, the reveal, what the price ranges look like, and what you can expect, the specs of the console, which one should you buy, the digital version or disc version. You know, we're going to get into a lot of that. We're going to talk about a few games coming out on the console, what makes the Xbox Series S so different. You know, which console you'll be rather off getting as far as specs, which console is the most powerful, which console is overall better. So I just want to sit down and talk to you guys about that today. Without further ado, let's get into it. You're going to be watching some Modern Warfare gameplay for like the first 2 minutes of the video. Then after that is going to cut to like some PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet and Clank, and this because I can't see, here's the thing, I can't play a game that I don't like for long. I swear I can't play Modern Warfare. It's something about this game that I don't like. I keep saying it, you know, and you guys who've been around on channel know that I'm a Call of Duty YouTuber. I like to play Call of Duty, I like to make COD videos, but I refuse to play a game that I don't like, and this is one of them. I refuse to. It was the same with Black Ops 4. It's the same with this game. I don't like it. I believe both games are trash, recycled content. For Black Ops 4, this game is just probably the worst game I've ever played. This game is worse than World War II when it first revealed. Like when it first was released, this game is just worse than that. This is the worst COD game ever made, honestly. But let's get into it. PlayStation 5. You got the digital version, you got the disc version. In my opinion, I mean, personally, I'm going to buy the digital version because I don't really buy CD games anymore. I can't remember the last time I actually bought a CD game, like for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3. Well, for the PlayStation 3, I had to buy CD games. I don't think there was no like digital way you can play digital games on the PlayStation 3. I can't remember, but I haven't bought a disc, like a physical copy of a game, in a long time. So with the digital version, there are some pros and there are some cons. Obviously, one of the pros are, you know, you won't have to go out. You'll have all your games downloaded from the store. You can just sit at home and just play your game. You don't have to worry about going out and actually buy a physical copy. That may seem like a pro, which it is to some people. To me, that's a pro because I don't like going to retailers and buy a game anyways. But you also have some cons to it, all right? But we're not going to get into that yet. Let's stay with the pros. So one, you can expect, since you're buying it digitally, it's going to take up a lot more space than usual than the physical copy. But let's look on the bright side. It will always be yours. Like if you don't have to worry about it breaking, you don't have to worry about somebody stealing it unless you give your account away. But even in today's like gaming genre, if you give your account to someone who you believe that's gonna steal it, potentially take your account or even hack your account, whatever like that, you can call Sony and they can retrieve your account. So you don't have to worry about the games that you bought being stolen, your account being stolen. There are ways around that, but at the same time, like I said, you're gonna be taking up a lot of space downloading these games. And don't get me wrong, the PlayStation 5 does come with a bigger hard drive. You're gonna be able to hold more games onto it, but at the same time, like I said, you're gonna be taking up some space. But it's a pro because you're not gonna leave the house. If whatever you want, you can just sit there and download it straight from the PlayStation Store. And I know I said, but a lot of times I don't care. I really don't care about giving flashy good commentaries. I don't care. My main focus is to get the point across. So another reason why I believe you should go with the digital version, because Sony, you could tell in the reveal trailer, Sony was pushing people to buy the digital version. They just kept showing the console without the CD slot. It was the end of the trailer. It came down to the end of the reveal trailer for them to show the second console with the CD slot in it. So you can tell Sony want us to buy the digital version because they're really trying to get rid of consoles with physical copies and go straight digital. In my opinion, I think that's better, especially if they change it now. Like on the PlayStation 4, if you don't have Wi-Fi, you can't download any of your digital games, like nor play them online if you don't have Wi-Fi. In my opinion, if they're gonna do digital only, if they're gonna do digital and they're gonna push heavy for it, they need to change the way it works if a person don't have internet connection. And that's one thing that scares me, because I don't know about you guys, I've had internet problems like in the past, but I mean they're resolved now. But when I did, I noticed I couldn't download any of my digital games, and I wonder how is that gonna play out in the PlayStation 5, because if it plays out the same way that it did in the PlayStation 4, that could be a big problem for some people. So digital, I can understand why it's a little scary to some people. And in addition, all right, now this is where we get into the cons, because the pros about a digital console we already know. You know, it saves you from going to the store. Everything you want to be right at home with you. The console looks cooler if it, you know, when it's digital form, because it's actually showing its actual look, not, you know, some type of fat little addition to it with a CD slot on it. In my opinion, I don't think that's how they want the PlayStation 5 to look. I think they pushing for the digital look. You could tell. But let's get into the cons. All right, the cons. There are going to be certain licensing rights to certain games. Like if a game releases on the PlayStation Store that's broken or has some type of bug in the software, they can easily take the game from you, take it off of your console, and put it back in the system for them to work on it, even after you purchased it. And there is nothing you can do about it. You can't get a refund on it, because the policy clearly states once you purchase a game from the PlayStation Store and it's on your console, you started downloading it, you launch the application, you really can't get a refund from it to get your money back. And it states this in the PlayStation 5 like handbook or whatever when it comes to the digital downloads. So that's probably going to be one big problem for certain people, and they have done this in the past. They've done this with a few games in the past. I think it was back when the PlayStation 3, I can't remember, but back when the PlayStation 3 first launched, or PlayStation 4, they had a game that was called Thrill Ride or something like that, where it came out and they took it away when people downloaded it. It was a digital game. They took it away and people paid for it already, and they couldn't get their money back because they downloaded it, started it up, and they took it because it was a bug in the software, and people just were outraged so they couldn't get their money back from it. And if they do this with the PlayStation 5, I can see a whole lot of people getting upset. So that's one con to it when it comes to licensing rights. Another con, like I said, let's get back into it. If you don't have a stable internet connection and you want to download a game to your console and your internet is kind of slow, that can be a problem too, because the difference between a digital versus physical copy. If you have a physical copy of a game, you can stick it into your console, and yes, it's still gonna have some download time, but in addition, you know, it's not gonna take as long as it would if you're downloading it digitally, because once a physical copy reaches a certain point, you can launch the game up and you can play it without it being fully downloaded. Some digital games you can do that, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them you can't, and that's another problem. How they're gonna balance that, I don't know. We only have to wait and see. But in my opinion, digital is probably gonna be a best route than a physical copy console in this day and age of time. I mean, from my opinion, because that's what I'm gonna go with. Because let's be real, even on PlayStation 4, how many of you guys actually go out and spend money on physical copies of games? Do you have, I want to ask you guys this question, do you have more physical copies than digital copies on your console? If so, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. You can purchase a physical console if that's what you want to do. It can, especially if you like the idea, the joy of buying a physical copy, cracking open the plastic, popping open the case, sticking your CD in the console. That's cool. That's fine with me, but I just want to hear your guys' opinion on the physical versus the digital console. In my opinion, I'm going to go with the digital, because I feel like that's what they're strongly pushing for, and I feel like it's going to be more beneficiary to the people who don't have time to like go out and buy a game or something like that, or rarely at home or rarely have time to play their game. I think that'll be more beneficial for me. So let's get into it. Price points, and hold on for a minute, guys. I want to put an image up on the screen. All right, and this image, hold on, I want to pull this image up on my phone as well. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. So apparently it was leaked that a certain PlayStation 5 it's been leaked that it's supposed to be starting to go up for pre-orders tomorrow, and it's a special gold edition PlayStation 5. And I know this may be fake, take this with a grain of salt, but trust me, I'm not the only one talking about this. And they say it's supposed to be a limited edition console, a one-time only thing, and it's supposed to be 24 karat gold, and it's supposed to be getting sold for around $7,000 to $8,000. Bro, that's insane. That's insane, bro. That is absolutely insane. If they do that, then I don't know how the gaming community is gonna react. And you know there are gonna be certain people out there that's gonna buy that. I'm pretty sure. Trust me, it looks cool. Don't know if it's real, but a lot of people out there talking about how real this console is. I don't know. A lot of people think it's real, and I think it's real too. Cause I mean, I don't think someone would Photoshop something like this. It looks real, but then again, it could be fake. Only time will tell. We'll have to find that out come tomorrow. Now, all right, let's talk about the Xbox One X and the Xbox One S, Series S, whatever you like to call it. I'm not an Xbox fan. I don't care about Xbox. Don't like Xbox. A lot of the Xbox boys might, jump on my neck for that, but I don't like Xbox. I never did. But one, the design philosophy. I don't like how the console looks. For one, both consoles look like a giant fan, or when you go to like a fast food restaurant, you order some food. I mean, the Series S look exactly like a speaker at a restaurant when you're ordering some food, like at a fast food restaurant. All right, that's how the console look. The Xbox One Series X literally looks like a box, like a black speaker or something, like a Beats speaker or something that you would buy at a store or something. It doesn't look like a console. The console is just so ugly, but they have some really cool specs in it. All right, you got your Xbox One Series S that's gonna be launching for like $300, $299, $300. That's like probably the cheapest next gen consoles you're gonna get, but you're only gonna get like a 512 gigabyte at launch. That's not a lot of space for a game. I don't know how they're gonna balance that out, but the console comes with some pretty cool things. One, you got 1440, 120 frames per second. Yeah, I said it. 120 frames per second at launch. I think, in my opinion, that right there dominates the PlayStation 4 as far as frame rates. Because I don't think the PlayStation, oh my god, I said PlayStation 4. I meant PlayStation 5, guys. I don't even think the PlayStation 5 can even launch. I don't think they even have like that at like 120 frames per second. In my opinion, I think that they have it at what the frame rate locked at. It's not even at 60 for certain games. It's like 30 frames per second for a lot of games on the PlayStation 5 at launch. So that right there already puts the icing on the cake. You have certain games out there they make and push for 60 FPS. We got our AAA titles like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Fortnite, and stuff like that. It's gonna be locked at 60 FPS, but majority of the games on the PlayStation 5 are gonna be locked at 30. And that right there is a huge game changer. That right there makes me want to like look into the Xbox, because who don't love frame rate? 120 frames per second. You know how beautiful your game is gonna look, and you're gaming at 1440 4K native. It even pushes up to 8K. That's what was leaked. So that right there already stands out. The specs on the Xbox is like, it's unmatchable compared to the PlayStation 5, but the PlayStation 5 will have more games, better games. It's gonna probably be a little bit faster than the Xbox One Series S and X. Who knows, only time can tell. But for right now, both of the prices have been leaked. The Xbox One Series X is around $499. The Xbox Series S is around $299. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, we have that. Now tomorrow is the reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and it's also been leaked that tomorrow will also be the reveal on when PlayStation 5 becomes ready to get pre-ordered. Like, we can pre-order the PlayStation 5. It's already been leaked. It may be true, who knows. And they also leaked the price of the PlayStation 5, the physical and the digital versions. So for the physical, they said the console is gonna be $499 for physical. That's what was leaked. Who knows if it's true? I don't see them pushing a high price for these consoles like they did with the PlayStation 4. It's probably gonna be around the same price. The physical version of PlayStation 5 may be, and I mean maybe $599. It just might be $599, and the digital version may be $499. It just may be, because PlayStation. I don't know, but it just may be that expensive. Just might. And I'm really hoping it's not. I really hope that since Xbox did their little reveal or whatever, it was leaked or whatever, and they confirmed it, I really hope Sony somehow bounce back with the prices. They may do their digital version, maybe, just maybe $399 or maybe $299. They might do $299 just to compete with Microsoft on their little second generation, next generation console, whatever like that. They just might, but really pushing towards the digital version of the console. Now let's get into the games at launch. So me, of course, I'm gonna be playing Call of Duty and maybe Spider-Man and maybe Resident Evil, just because it may, there's a lot of games I'm interested in on this next gen platform. So there's a game called Deathloop. It's a game called what's that? I can't remember that game, but I'm really interested in Deathloop, Ratchet and Clank, and Spider-Man and Call of Duty. Right now, those are the ones I'm really looking hard at. Right now, the ones I might consider buying. I really want to see like gameplay on Call of Duty before I buy it, because I've been disappointed with Call of Duty for like the last 3 years now, and I'm scared to purchase another one, because after Infinite, I swear, all the Infinity Ward games on next gen sucked. On PlayStation 4, all the Infinity Ward games, all the Call of Duties they made, I don't care if they were remastered, I don't care, they all sucked. Which is why I probably will never buy another Infinity Ward title ever again, because I swear, man, they suck. They just suck. There's something about them I don't like. I don't like how their games are played. I feel like they're too noob friendly in my opinion. But that's just me. The console's looking good. PlayStation 5 is going to be released on November 13th, the same day as Call of Duty Black Ops. It was leaked, and it may be true. We'll find it out tomorrow. Hopefully, if you guys see a reveal or anything tomorrow regarding the PlayStation 5, I want you guys to come back to this channel and drop a like, because it was leaked. We don't know if it's true, but take it with a grain of salt. It may be true, but the specs, the Xbox One Series S, Series X, so far as frame rate, man, it's looking real good. Hopefully the PlayStation 5 can somehow top the frame rate. At least if we can't get 120, at least let's get at least 100 frames per second on a lot of games. Because let's be real, gaming on next gen, we want to see our games smoothly. We don't want to be locked at a smooth 30 FPS. We want to see at least 60 or 100 frames per second. I know if Xbox can push 120 frames per second, I know PlayStation can push us some more frames than 30. Let's be real. I know Sony can push us, more frames than 30. At least give us 100 or 60. It'd be good. But I mean, come on, we're talking about 30 frames. It's been your boy Vibez. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want you guys to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. That's just my thoughts and opinions on the next generation console and some of the games that's gonna come out with it, the specs, some pros and cons of each of them, and yeah, boom.
Quite surprised, just one look into